So what I'm going to run you through here today is just some of the basic steps on this bone model of how to perform the link procedure. The first step is the most important and the most critical. So what we need to do is we need to satisfactorily access the sacroiliac joint with this Steinmann pin. So again, what we're going to do with this pin, and we're going to do this under fluoroscopic guidance, is that you're going to open up, you're going to take a bit of a contralateral oblique view of the sacroiliac joint, and you're going to access the midpoint of the sacroiliac joint. Notice the sacral foramina, S1, 2, 3, and 4. Our optimal location for the link implant is going to finally be somewhere in the middle 1/3 of the sacroiliac joint. So that's going to be somewhere in this region between S1 and S2. So what you'll do is under fluoroscopic guidance is that you're going to drive the Steinmann pin into that middle part of the SI joint. And once you drive it in there, you'll check your imaging in the lateral fluoroscopic view. You'll look to make sure that the Steinmann pin is within the sacrum, within the joint. Once you've confirmed that, the subsequent steps are really all done over this guide wire. So the next step in the procedure is to both distract and dilate this. So again, the instrumentation is very intuitive. It's all keyed, so you cannot put anything in the improper orientation. So again, this is a 2-for-1 step here. So again, what you're going to do with this distraction and dilator instrumentation is that you're going to feed it over the Steinmann pin into the SI joint. You can see these two kind of lips that will seat within the sacroiliac joint. So as you seat those in, you'll feel a feel as it locks in. Once you get this where you need to be, you'll use an instrumentation or a mallet to drive this into the SI joint. I don't have a mallet here with me, but essentially is you'll do something like this. The next step is to remove the dilator, and this is the working cannula that the procedure will be performed through. After that you've placed the working cannula, the next step is to decorticate the joint. The decortication will be done with this decortication device here. So again, you're going to be creating a bleeding surface within the joint and a cavity for your link implant to go. Again, everything is keyed, so this notch will line up with the working cannula, so it can only go into one orientation within the joint to create that cavity. So you'll seat this. You'll probably feel a bit of resistance at this point. You'll use a mallet to mallet this to seat this all the way down. This will probably be in there pretty firm once you've hammered this down. This instrumentation has what's called a reverse slap hammer. So if it does get stuck and you can't pull it out, which will typically be the case, you will unscrew the handle and this will hammer out in a reverse manner. So now that you've created the cavity within the sacroiliac joint, you're ready to implant the link implant. So again, the link implant, this is a model. This is not an actual link implant, but it's essentially designed to fit within the SI joint, and this looks exactly like the ones that we'll use in actual use. Once you've done the decortication, the final step will be to implant the link implant. So again, the implant, this is a model implant, but the actual implant looks exactly like this. We'll insert onto the inserter. So again, you'll pop this on like so. Again, everything is keyed, so you cannot put anything in the improper orientation. So you'll just line this up into your working cannula. You'll meet a little resistance, and then as you meet some resistance, you'll also be checking in your lateral to make sure you're within the sacrum and the joint. You'll mallet this in, and the procedure is essentially complete at that point.